So,
there we go.
one of the things that 5G will benefit from us having 5G networking is driverless cars.
Oh, they run off of cell towers?
They're going to, they're going to be using.
They're not. I thought they were off of satellites.
They do by satellites, but 5G is supposed to be running off is going to be running the self-driving market as well.
No, what happens when there's like power issues?
What happens when Vin Diesel drops an EMP?
Yeah, okay. So, Ford is bringing self-driving cars to Miami, though, first. So, these are going to be the first self-driving cars in Miami, is by Ford. And obviously, we're going to see other companies making big moves to have their self-driving cars in certain cities and stuff like that. So, which is included like ride-hauling, delivery stuff, and automated, like we were talking about before. Okay, so say Ford they're talking to Miami right now, and they're making a proposal. Hey, we will sell you so many cars you can use for public transportation, delivery services, selling it to like restaurants, stuff like that, and they make a bid for it, and then the state, city of Miami buys these cars off Ford. And they're responsible. They're going to make a hub, obviously, to maintain them, make sure they're up to date, the repairs are done, stuff like that. They have a technician to make sure everything's running correct, their own network that it's running off of and whatnot. So, and they get a big contract. So we're going to see this from other companies, I'm sure, from like Chevrolet and GMC, Chrysler. We're going to see all these companies like start really pushing for bids. Honda, Toyota. They're going to, you know what I mean? Because these are big contracts. And if this is the future of car sales, they're going to be pushing for it. Because, okay, you got to think how hard the consumer market is for a car company. This is like the golden era for them.
Well,
because
self-driving cars are far from the consumer market.
Well, no, they're not made for a consumer market.
Well, they're going to have to start making them.
Well, no, but you can see from here, they're not trying to sell to a consumer.
Yeah, well,
you
just said that. You just said consumer market. That's
well, no, I'm saying though, this is a golden era, like that. How hard it is to sell to a consumer market. I'm saying like for Ford, okay, you have to make a whole bunch of cars, design a bunch of cars, then sell them to a lot that sells them, that bought them off you, make so much money back, and then you have to buy back whatever the contract says and whatnot, and that's a whole big spiel. And you're not guaranteed to sell all those models, which is why we have like year-end sales and stuff. So, it'd be a lot easier. Say you get a contract with Miami, and you go, okay, we're going to sell you 100 cars, and then we'll sell you the parts to replace everything. We'll build a hub for you that you can pay us to run, and we'll have our own technicians that you can pay us. And basically, it's a constant payout without having to deal with the consumer. You're guaranteed the money without having to deal with the hassle of typical retail of customers, because you're getting money constantly flowing in from the state instead of, oh, am I going to get those sales from this consumer this year, or am I not, or is that model going to fail? It's not going to matter at that point. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It's good as long as it runs and is the city's happy with the service that you're giving them. You're getting constant money flow. You don't have to deal with the consumer ever again.
Well, there won't be dealerships.
No, there won't.
There'll be no point for it.
No. It'll be a lot easier. That's what I'm saying. This is a golden era for car companies. It's going to be coming up because they no longer have to worry about the look and feel of a car. They just have to worry about if their state, whatever state they sell them to, or city, is if they're happy with them.
There's going to be people that are going to own their own cars.
Yeah, but it'll be
even
few.
If they're driving,
but it'll be few and far between, though. But the market won't be out for them, and the people that will be, it's going to cost them a lot more because it ain't going to be building them in mass quantity like they do now.
People are going to own their own cars.
I know. Well, no, they will. No, I think you're right. They will. It won't be for that much longer, but in the time span that they do, that person that's going to want to own their own car is going to cost them a lot more because it's going to have to be specifically made. Where these cars...
No, I'm saying even if they're automatic cars or AI cars, people are going to own their own AI cars. People are not going to want to wait for a car to come to their house, no matter if it's set up or not. You know what? Oh, man, I'm starving. Let's go to McDonald's. Oh, he'll be in 20 minutes. He's charging. Or something stupid like that. No, they're going to want to leave. So they want to hop in their AI car and go, okay, we're going.
Well, this is what's interesting about our day and age. Because I was at a dinner over this weekend, right? And some of the people were there. We're talking about how their kids, which are older, use the self-drive, use Lyft and Uber to go out drinking. Okay, these
Good
are
for
kids.
them.
These are kids that are a little bit older, right?
Mhm.
Okay, and it's a brilliant win. They said, what do you call it? They barely ever drive anymore. Nobody drives. Like, these are up in the city. And they said, yeah, there's no point in driving with something like Uber or something like that. I don't have to worry. Like, I can just go and they're there in like 2 minutes and
I
ready to
don't
go.
have to drive, I take
Good
a
for
bus.
them. I'd rather drive. I will
Yeah.
not ride on public
But
transportation.
you can see the trend though, especially in cities where people are starting to give up driving.
Yeah, but in New York City, it's impossible to drive.
No, I know, but like we're starting to see in Providence now, people are doing this. Is where I'm talking about in our own city where people are starting to. So,
I don't.
and they're finding it easier just to, like, I've said that myself personally. If we had enough Uber drivers or enough Lyft drivers, or if we had self-driving cars for Westerly,
Why don't you become an Uber driver?
because I don't like driving.
I prefer to drive.
So I don't prefer that. So, you know what I mean? If it was cheap and we had like Westerly public transportation, I would give up my car. It would be gone.
Never.
And I think this is just where the future is going, and we're going to see them make more proposals towards other states. So real quick, so we can get into our movie story at the end, to follow up this self-driving story, just recently, California has approved driverless cars without humans behind the wheel.
When are they going to make them not ugly?
Yeah, but like I
This
said,
is
they're not
crazy.
worried about, they're not about look anymore, though. It just has to get, it just has
Sign on
to,
the side, that's for me scratching it.
Yeah.
But they will when people are going to, like, consumers are going to start buying them.
well, no, I don't, oh, well, we'll have to see that, if I'm right or not, and that'll just be a few.
Everything is not going to be public transportation.
Yeah, I know, but
guarantee it.
But as of right now, there's no consumer market for self-driving.
Of course not, because they're not 100%. They're
Well, no,
still
but-
in testing.
Well, no, you got if for legislation to approve nobody behind the wheel anymore, they have to be pretty safe. For them to actually,
I do not trust it.
If you look how long it took California to approve, even with somebody behind the wheel, it took forever. It took so many years.
I still don't trust it.
And then for the statistics to come back for them to be safe enough to drive without someone behind the wheel, that had to be really close to 100% safe.
Well, you know what happened yesterday? A car got completely destroyed by a cow. Can you believe it? Weren't we just talking? Oh, it doesn't happen that often. Boom. Mutilated.
Yeah, but it's few and far between. How many people? Okay, how many head-on collisions? How many T-bones happened yesterday? Probably a lot.
I don't know.
Yeah, a lot,
good
a
for
real
T-bones.
lot compared to that one cow incident. So that's why self-driving is becoming a thing. So
People
California,
just need to learn how to drive safer. That's all.
California has approved, and
Excuse me.
this is a huge step as far as the safety goes, as far as self-driving. So we're gonna keep on this story, and every follow-up that comes along, we'll be showing it right to you.
I want a car that runs on a PlayStation 2 controller.
Okay.